I'm Jackie Hayes with Norton Healthcare. I'm in the kitchen again today with Chef Jeff Massey, and we're cooking up something that is healthy, it tastes good, and it has a bit of an international flair.
Absolutely. Today we're going to do a Asian salmon, and what we're going to do with the salmon, we're going to sear it. But before we sear the salmon, it's going to go over a miso salad. So there's a couple of steps today that we're going to be doing
and where do you want to
to
start?
prepare this dish. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with our marinade.
Okay.
We're going to take 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce, and this is the low sodium soy sauce.
Good for you.
It's lower in sodium, and then we've got the some nice local honey. Local honey's good because it will help you with allergies, having local bees, local allergies. So I always like to use that local honey. Then we've got some of that orange juice. That's an organic orange juice.
All fresh.
All fresh. The nice thing about when you make your own dressings or any type of marination, you're using ingredients that are less processed. The sauces that come from your stores, there's a lot more processes in there. There's thickeners in there. So we're going to use some nice fresh, just a tablespoon of fresh garlic. And this is the best because this is your ginger. It's a ginger root. I ground it up, and I like a lot of ginger, so I'm going to actually do 2 tablespoons. And we just put it right in there.
All right.
And then what we got is the brown sugar. It's going to sweeten it a little bit. I do about a teaspoon brown sugar. And then just a pinch of pepper.
Ooh, good smells in there.
And then it's, as you can see, it's just going to sit. Get that mixed well. And then you just take your salmon. This salmon is a fresh salmon. Okay, it's not farm raised. It's got a lot of antioxidants. It's got a lot of the omega-3s in there as well.
So how long should this marinate?
You can do this overnight. So if you don't have a lot of time, you can let it go, sit it as many hours as you want. The longer time you have it, the better marinate you get from it. So
awesome.
So I'll sit it. We'll put it in the refrigerator overnight.
All right, let this marinate.
Very good. And then if you can just hand me that over there, we're going to start the miso slaw salad. I already did put a 1/2 cup of olive oil mayonnaise. It's much better than the low-fat mayonnaise because of the sugars in that.
It's got more flavor.
And it's made with real olive oil. Well, again, that gets those omega-3s. So we're going to start the dressing for the slaw, and then we're going to build that salad. First of all, I'm going to take in some rice wine vinegar. It's 1/3 of a cup. Couple tablespoons of, actually 1 tablespoon, excuse me, of some nice fresh garlic. A teaspoon of fresh ginger.
Oh, good flavors.
Yeah. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. This is the low sodium soy sauce. This is miso. We're going to do a tablespoon of miso.
And you would find this in the refrigerated section at the
refrigerated section of the grocery store.
Alrighty.
Another flavorful oil as well is sesame oil. It's a very strong, so I usually just use a teaspoon of it. It's a very strong oil. And then lastly, we're going to do some olive oil, and that's going to be about 1/3. And then what we do is we're going to whisk this all in together. If you'd like to do it in a blender, that's fine as well. It blends up nicely in the blender, so. And then what I do is we're going to form the slaw. We're going to mold it. What we're going to do is we're going to take the slaw, half of the slaw in.
And this is just cabbage?
Yeah, it's just diced up, pack it, and then with some color, we pack in a little bit of fresh carrots.
Oh, so it's not only good for you, but it looks pretty. Nice presentation.
You always want to make it look pretty. That gets you in the mood to eat it. It's when the food looks good, people will come. And then we're just going to pack this in here. Then what I do is I take my slaw mix, the dressing, I pour it into it.
And it just soaks down
Just
in there.
let it soak right down into it. And this is another thing that you can do the night before. So you don't necessarily have to do this.
Cutting down your preparation
The
time.
longer, cut the preparation time down, and it's just a much better, as it soaks in,
And if
much
you're
more
having
flavor
people
to
over
it.
for dinner, I mean,
Yep.
this would be easy to have in your
Absolutely.
refrigerator ready to go. All right, sounds good.
Okay, so a couple tablespoons of oil into a hot saute pan. And then what I usually do is I'll take my fish that's marinated, let it drain out a little bit. You don't want to get it too wet in that pan.
Do you start with the
I
skin
always,
side down? or-
I start with the skin side up, actually.
I got you. Go in the oven now. It'll cook in the pan for 4 or 5 minutes. Sautés or you sear
Yeah,
it
about
for-
1 to 2 minutes until you see some light browning. And then what I do is I'll put it in the oven. You don't want to get it too dark.
It has baked for
Yep.
a couple of minutes in the oven.
It's about 5 minutes in the
Okay.
oven. And we're going to take the slaw. We're going to put it on the plate.
Beautiful.
Actually, that's just been fresh out of the oven. And we'll just finish it with a nice piece of green onion.
Oh, that's beautiful. Preparation time?
10 to 15 minutes. I would think we seared 3 to 5 minutes. We went into the oven and made
5 minutes?
another 5 minutes. And then prep time prior to that with a marinated, probably another 10. Let's say 25 minutes.
And you can use other fish besides the salmon.
Absolutely. You can use tuna, any type of fish that you like, really.
All right.
You can do an Asian grouper, any type of fish.
And it looks terrific. If you want to try this at home, go to our website, nortonhealthcare.com, go to the Get Healthy section, Get Healthy recipe corner, and you can print out this and have it for your next meal, and it's good for you and good taste and enjoy.